Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
All right, we get started on our Friday morning with temperatures kind of up there. We're talking some mid-60s in spots. Normally, we'd be looking at mid-40s this time of the day, this time of the year. And I do expect to find middle, maybe even upper 70s this afternoon as we do get some sunshine to break through some of that cloud cover that will probably still be a bit stubborn, especially in eastern areas. And then overnight tonight, with some clouds still in the mix, we're going to see a bunch of temperatures that stay upper 50s, low 60s before we talk about some more clearing and drying and a little cooling for Sunday morning. Now on the radar picture, there's not much left across most of our area. Most of us picking up someplace between 1 and 2 inches worth of rain at Tallahassee Airport, maybe a little less than that, closer to 3/4 of an inch when all is said and done. We'll take it. We needed it. It had been too long, and now we get a couple of days where I think we're talking about breaks from the showers before the next wave gets here, maybe like Tuesday, Wednesday. I still do see some activity near I-75 down towards Gainesville and across east from there. We'll watch and we'll see if any of that can spill back in some of our eastern spots. I think it is still a possibility early. We're at 61 degrees in Thomasville, Tallahassee, and Valdosta 66. That breeze out of the north and northeast, and it will be noticeable again today. Maybe not as breezy as it was at times yesterday. We still have those dew point numbers in the 60s, so there's still a lot of available moisture. We'll be checking for that fog this morning. I see a 58 in Dothan and a 59 in Blakely, a bunch of 66s for Tallahassee, for Valdosta, for Perry, and for Cross City. So got some pretty warm temperatures around the region. I think today that breeze turns maybe a little bit more toward the north, and it will continue to try to dry things out just a smidge, but really the driest air isn't going to get here until behind that next boundary, and that won't get here till tomorrow. So far so good with the visibilities, most better than 5 miles. We still could find some areas with a little patchy fog this morning. We'll keep checking for you. You see some of that rain over the past several hours east of I-75 over towards more I-95 and south of Jacksonville. That's where the energy is. The energy continues to slide out into the Atlantic Ocean, taking the best chances to get wet away from our area. You can see the next something trying to move east. It's that next boundary. It's not nearly as organized or as well put together as that Gulf low was that brought all the rain around here for the past couple of days. So as this next boundary moves in and replaces that old low, I think it might try to squeeze an isolated sprinkle out of whatever's left, maybe late tonight, early tomorrow. But then we bring in some clearer and drier, and that's what will stick around for the weekend. It should turn out to be a pretty nice looking November weekend. Here's the future cast by this afternoon, this evening. You still see some of the clouds around. I can't rule out an isolated sprinkle even overnight tonight, but I'm really not expecting very many. Instead, I think it's during the day tomorrow that we really start to clear up, and that likely means kind of a chilly start to Sunday, but some really nice afternoons this weekend and starting off into next week. Got to check the tropics because that area we've been watching all week just south of Jamaica finally organizing enough where now it's being called potential tropical cyclone 22. The next name on the list is Vince, and I think it's got a real chance to get there over the next 24 hours as it works its way past Jamaica and past maybe Hispaniola or Cuba. And then once it starts its way out into the Atlantic, it looks like it's going to continue moving to the north and east and likely will lose any tropical characteristics if it ever finds any. So yes, we'll keep our eyes on it. No, it's nothing for us to be concerned with, but of course we'll continue to watch and see what's going on with it. On the Gulf today, small craft still need to use some caution. There will be some clearing, but still a little breezy. Winds out of the northeast and north like 10 to 20. Seas maybe as much as 3 or 4 feet. It's 50s and 60s with the lingering clouds. Sun will be up at 7:05, and we should see some sunshine today. More clearing at times, upper 70s. We can call that warm for this point in November when normal highs should be in the low 70s. And then tonight, I think the cool spots dip into the upper 50s. A lot of us probably keep it near 60 with those clouds around. That boundary sort of snakes by early tomorrow. We clear back up, more middle and upper 70s tomorrow and Sunday afternoon. The morning temperatures a little bit more in tune with where you'd expect them to be in November. And at this point, it feels like Wednesday again. Could be another soggy one. And hopefully it gets in, gets out, and is done with us in time for Thanksgiving.